This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Team Bahamas closing out group play last night at the CONCACAF Beach Soccer Championships. Kelsey Johnson braved the wet conditions.
Rain didn't stop the show, and the highly anticipated match between the Rake and Scrape boys of the Bahamas and the Reggae boys of Jamaica was intense from the opening kick. The Bahamas opted to play a 3-1 defense against Jamaica, who were set up in 2-2. Getting the start for the Bahamas were Dwayne Forbes, Neslie Jane, Gary Joseph, Ivan Roll, and Leslie Sinclair, who scored the first goal of the match. Jamaica's Rohan Reed responded with a goal of his own in the second, tying the score. Midway through that same period, his teammate Damian Benjamin sent the ball in the back of the net, putting Jamaica up by 1. 2 yellow cards were issued in the game, one to Sinclair and the second to Jamaica's Benjamin, which came in a crucial point of the match. With less than 3 minutes left in regulation, Benjamin's foul against Sinclair lined him up for a free kick. Sinclair nailed it, sending the crowd wild and sealing the game for the Bahamas.
Beach soccer is a fun sport, so each team you play is always going to get tougher and tougher, so you just have to go over there with a mindset and just go out and have some fun and play and come out victorious, and that's what we did tonight. I'm not worried about the goal scorer. I just worried about the team, We came out, we trained hard, so we put in the effort on the field.
Jamaica is a very good team. We have played them many times, and it's always a rough game. But they have improved and we have improved, and we came on top tonight.
These 6 games here is fantastic for us because the guys put in practice our philosophy, play like a team, not have 1, 2, 3 players, have the team,
With a 3-2 win, the Bahamas clinched Group A and awaits tonight's draw to see who they will play on Friday. As for team members, they are ready for whoever they draw.
Just have to go there and just put it on hard and come out victorious and get to the semifinals and make it to the finals.
Be prepared, be ready, and we're going to give it all for the country.
Play continues with the semi-final and final matches scheduled for Sunday. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Total Sports.
Taking a look now at Day 3 of the Hugh Campbell Basketball Classic. A good one in the opener. The Gateway Eagles out of Bimini would soar past the 8 Mile Rock Blue Jays from Grand Bahama, 41-40. Up next, the Jack Hayward Wildcats getting Grand Bahama in the win column in a big way. They clawed their way past the Aquinas Aces, 44-21. GHS now 2-0 in tournament play. They had all the magic against the Nassau Christian Academy Crusaders, winning 52-20. In the evening session, the Sunland Stingers got off to a winning start. They handed the CV Bethel Stingrays their first loss, 54-40.
It feels good to win, but that's just one game. It's a long tournament, especially in a tournament with double elimination. You got to go out there and play and give it your best effort. I'm so proud of my guys tonight. They played extremely well. We want to see Jordan Prince William, which is a very good team. We're expected to play them on Friday. So it should be a good game. We're going to execute. We're going to practice on some things that we did not do well this game. And hopefully we can come out Friday and play our best basketball of the tournament, because that's a very critical and important game.
A good ball game between the St. George's Jaguars and the government school champs, the Anatole Rogers Timberwolves. St. George's comes up just a bit short, losing 53-49.
It was a great game, we executed, but then coming down the stretch, we made some key turnovers that really cost us, but we'll be back.
The number 1 ranked team in the country, the Tabernacle Baptist Falcons, down by as many as 9 against the Doris Johnson Mystic Marlins, but Tabby would fight back, winning in come from behind fashion, 38-37.
We're a little rusty, we had to come out there and just play different, play more aggressive, play more, more poise than we usually do.
In the feature game, a rematch of the government school playoffs in which the CC Sweeting Cobras handed the C.I. Gibson Rattlers their only loss of the season. This time around, though, C.I. Gibson getting revenge, winning big 53-33.
They go to GWS Championship. They beat us by 1. So we made up in our mind and practiced for 2 weeks hard. Going out, to beat them and come out and destroy them.
We beat them in the playoffs, and so, vengeance is always in the back of their mind. Everything that we said that they were going to do, they do. We were prepared for this game, very well prepared for this game. We just didn't execute.
Local sporting organizations attending a special conference this morning. Our Charles Fisher was there.
The one-day conference put on by Interpol is about providing fair play across the board. Daniela Gouffre, project manager, Interpol, Integrity in Sports.
Working together is the key, is the solution if we want to protect our sport, if we want to protect our athletes. Because the match fixing problem, as I said, is a growing problem, is the major threat for the sport nowadays. And why? Because it's a big business, because there are money around this world.
Topics discussed: sports betting, hard works and the risks, integrity in sports and establishing good governance, many sporting federations heads in attendance along with Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Force officers. Bahamas Olympic Committee President Wellington Miller.
The IOC decided that it was an opportune to include the Bahamas in one of the recipients of this global sports capacity building workshop. The IOC hopes that the Bahamas can become a leader in this region in establishing the tools and preventing measures to protect clean athletes, particularly with regards to competition manipulation.
Commissioner of Police Ellison Greenslade assuring the relationship the Bahamas has had with Interpol.
The government of Bahamas continues to invest significant sums of money to maintain its membership at the global level with Interpol. The Bahamas enjoys a very privileged position, like other countries across the globe. We are always present internationally and locally at Interpol, and we give you, the people of the Bahamas, the best representation.
Making the keynote address was the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Dr. Daniel Johnson, who pointed out that the Bahamas is becoming the sports hosting capital of the world and all gloves are off.
For us in the Bahamas now, as we are going into global competitive sports businesses, this is also competitive. Just like we have to compete on the track, we compete on the field. The business we're going into now, there's $7.1 trillion on the table. People will cheat for that. Okay? So you need a what? What you need on the field? A referee. A fair referee.
At the end of the conference, it is hoped that the way forward is to minimize the risk of competition, manipulation, and other threats to the integrity of sports in the Bahamas. For ZNS Told Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned, checking weather still to come.